Hey, it's Ken. It's time to make another video. Today we're going to be talking about water, sanitation, and hygiene. I don't think this is something that gets talked a lot about. I know we talk about guns and bullets and all the gear and armor and all that kind of stuff, but I think if you need to think about this and get yourself squared away before the worst thing happens and you're stuck out there in no man's land. All right, to start off, we're going to talk about some WHO data, the World Health Organization. I've got my notes right here, so if you see me looking down, that's what I'm looking at. Now, this data was taken in 2019, and these are deaths per 100,000 people due to poor water, poor hygiene, and poor sanitation. In the United States, we had 2 deaths per 100,000 people. In Togo, which is on the, it was adjacent to Ghana, in the Gulf Coast of Africa, there were 42 deaths per 100,000 people. And then in Somalia, there were 99 deaths per 100,000 people in population. Now, that was in 2019, in this day and age. And if the worst happens and we lose government services, no more water treatment plants, wastewater treatment plants, no more hospitals for you to run to in an emergency, then this can be worse. It can be worse, rather. So it's worth your time to take a look at this information, see what it is you want to do. And in the description, I'm going to put a link to I believe it's Doc Bones and Nurse Amy, to their website, so you can go in there and look at various things. And my thing here is, how much money are you spending on other stuff? I mean, you're willing to spend hundreds of dollars on guns and ammo and gear, etc. But how much are you willing to spend on what the World Health Organization calls WASH, water, sanitation, and hygiene? So the question is, how many toothbrushes, toothpaste, and bars of soap can you buy for $100 at the dollar store? Okay? If you don't have soap, you got to make soap. Well, that's it's a laborious process. If you don't know how to make soap, you might want to look it up. It is much easier to buy soap, toothpaste, and stockpile it than it is to make it. Okay, so that's where we want to go here. So you really need to consider going out buying some soap, some toothbrushes, and toothpaste, and also washing detergent for your clothing. Now, what I've done is I was at Lowe's today, so I stopped by and picked up some stuff. The first thing I picked up is this. It's called Zote, pink Zote soap. Now, this is to make washing detergent with. Okay. I also picked this up. Washing soda. Now, both of these together cost me $6. And with these two here together, I can make 9 cups of clothes washing detergent, or 144 tablespoons. Now, why is 144 tablespoons, why is that significant? Well, for most people, I think they'll be washing their clothes in 5-gallon buckets if they lose electricity. So, depending on how much soap you want to use, 144 tablespoons can be 72 loads in your 5-gallon bucket. And one thing you want to remember, just because this clothes washing detergent does not create a lot of suds, does not mean that it's not working. Of course it's working, okay? So how do you make this? How do you use these two items to produce clothes washing detergent. Well, I think that's something you need to know. Okay, so $6 for these two at Lowe's. Something else I picked up at Lowe's. It's some pool shock. This is also known as calcium hypochlorite. So you can order pool shock, or you can go on eBay and order calcium hypochlorite. Okay, the main thing you need to know about this is it needs to stay in its original packing. Keep it in the original packing, and you want to keep it away from moisture. You don't want water to get on this. Okay, if you buy it at Lowe's, you get the little plastic bag from the checkout, leave it in the plastic bag, and then keep it handy. Now, why would you need pool shock? Well, the problem with bleach is about after 6 months, it starts to lose its potency, its active ingredients. It doesn't clean as well as it did when you originally purchased it. So using pool shock or calcium hypochlorite, you can produce your own bleach. Now, this one bag right here, this cost me $7 at Lowe's. And with this one bag right here, you can make 127 gallons of bleach from this 1 pound bag. 127 gallons of bleach will make 380 gallons of sanitized water. How do you do that? Well, you need to go look it up. Okay? You need to go look it up. It's information you can find easily on the internet. Just Google it. All right? It's something else you're going to need bleach for is to make a solution called Dankins solution. Dankins solution. Now, Dankins solution was used during World War II to prevent and treat infections in open wounds. It was used to prevent infections and treat infections in open wounds. And that might be significant to you at one point or another. So you need bleach and baking soda to make this, all right? And that's also something you can find on the internet. And speaking of open wounds, the question is, which is better? A suture kit or making butterflies? Or using butterflies, rather. So the reason I'm asking this question is because everybody says you've got to have suture kits. Well, you don't have to have suture kits. You don't have to use them. You don't know how to apply them. If you know how to apply a butterfly, then it does just as well. Now, when do you want to use a butterfly versus a suture kit? Well, butterflies work best, are better than sutures on large open wounds. Now, what's the difference? A suture kit or stitches, when you use stitches to close a wound, it leaves a smaller scar. If you use a butterfly, then it leaves a larger scar. However, with butterflies, the wound is not completely closed. With stitches, the wound closes from the outside in, but with butterflies, the wound heals from the inside out. That allows you to remove the butterfly and then wash the wound daily, okay? Which will keep down infections. Now, what if you don't have butterflies? Well, if you have duct tape, you can make field expedient butterflies. So what we're going to do here, this is a Post-it note, right? And we're going to say this is my piece of duct tape. This is the outside, the non-sticky side, and this is the inside, or the sticky side. So as you will notice, I've cut it, right? cut the Post-it pad. So what you want to do is you're going to cut the duct tape in this fashion, and this is the sticky side. So we're going to fold this portion in, and then we're going to fold this portion in, and this makes your butterfly. So as you can see, the non-sticky side is exposed here in the middle, but on the ends, this is the sticky side. So you can use this as your butterfly, right? So do you need to have a whole buttload of butterfly closures laying around just in case? No, you don't. As long as you have duct tape, you can make butterflies just the way I showed you. So what I'm going to suggest to you is you need to get on Doc Bones and Nurse Amy's website, kind of go through there. I'm not affiliated with them. I get nothing for mentioning them. I just think it's a great site because they do a lot of work for preppers. There's a lot of information there. How to treat wounds, how to treat frostbite. They talks about infections, etc. They also sell books like what do you do if there is no doctor? You know, how do you do certain things? If there is no dentist, they sell that book also, if I'm not mistaken. Plus they write a lot of good articles that you can just print out and keep on, like how to make Dank's solution. What's the difference between suturing and using a butterfly? Okay, all that's in there. So you need to go in there and look, in my opinion. Don't wait around. Start getting this stuff together now. It's easier to buy, 100 bars of soap and 100 tubes of toothpaste and some floss, some materials to make your own washing detergent for your clothes. It's easier to do all that and be preventive than it is trying to figure out where to get antibiotics because someone in your group is sick or they have drunk dirty water and they're sick from drinking dirty water. Okay, so that's my hint for today. I hope you get in there and take a look, prepare yourself for your hygiene needs and sanitation. I hope you have a blessed day, and we'll see you next time.